Violence, economic hardships, and climate change have deepened the humanitarian crisis in Yemen. This came in a new report by the International Red Cross Committee. The following report gives more details.
Over the past years, millions of Yemenis experienced extreme suffering, like the effects of the war, ongoing economic crisis, and disrupted public services. The economic situation in Yemen has exposed poor families to many vulnerabilities. The conflict, which resulted in civilian casualties, increased displacement, and further disruption of public services, pushing humanitarian needs higher. The fighting in Yemen makes it completely difficult for humanitarian organizations to reach the most vulnerable people. Many Yemenis will continue to be unable to afford basic necessities such as food and fuel. The situation in Yemen is most visible in widespread malnutrition, disease outbreaks, civilian casualties, and displacement, as well as the country's collapsing economy and looming famine. Many countries around the world, including Yemen, need urgent humanitarian assistance. Millions of people in these countries rely completely on humanitarian aid, and they desperately need this assistance to survive life. The humanitarian situation in Yemen is expected to worsen in 2023 due to the lack in any improvement in the country regarding its economy or halting fighting. It doesn't stop here, as about 70% of the population in Yemen depend on humanitarian assistance, yet funding has really decreased. According to the UN humanitarian organization, the conflict in Yemen, which is now in its ninth year, has left thousands of people displaced and millions starving. The current level of hunger in Yemen is unprecedented and is causing severe hardship for millions of people. 16.2 million Yemenis are food insecure, and over 5 million people in Yemen are on the brink of famine as a result of the conflict and economic decline, which have left families struggling to find enough food to get through the day. According to the World Food Programme, malnutrition rates among women and children in Yemen remain among the highest in the world, with about 1.3 million pregnant or breastfeeding women and 2.2 million children under the age of 5 require acute malnutrition treatment. If a longer ceasefire agreement isn't reached as soon as possible, Yemen will continue to suffer.